welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today's video is another palette bingo. So today we have a rated behind me. We've chosen a palette that I have not used in ages. This palette is the Pure / Rawbeautykristi palette. It is the double-sided pressed pigment palette. So you have the colourful side on this side and the neutral side on this side. So if you want to see what I create with this palette and how it turns out, then make sure you keep watching. And if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. Okay, first step is to choose what colours that we've got. So obviously I just mentioned this is a double-sided palette. So we have like the more neutrals on this side and then we have like the colours on this side. And there is only 2 shimmers in this, so I'm praying that I'm going to get one. I'm going to start off with 4 colours on the Wheel of Names, and if I feel like as though we need to add another one in, then I will. So I have brought it up here on my phone, typed all the names in so then I don't have to try and count it out or anything. So I'm going to screen record my phone and I will add it in here. Let me move over quickly for you. So that you can see it. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle. Oops. Shuffle. Alright, so we've got 18 names. So I'm going to spin the first one actually quickly. Let's turn the sound on. First one. Okay, first one is the copper boxes. So, I think that's on the neutral side from memory. Yes, it is. Okay, it is like a, I don't even know how to describe this color, like a brownie orange maybe. Alright, so let's do a quick swatch. So that is number 1. Now this is a pressed pigment palette, so this is quite a messy palette. So I'm just going to grab a baby wipe as well so that I can clean up any mess that I make. Alright, number 2, we're going to remove that and we're going to shuffle again. Yeah! We got a shiver. Thank goodness. Cafe Disco. Okay, so this is on the colourful side. It is the shimmer in the middle. As you can see what I mean? It's a very messy palette. There is shadow everywhere. So number 2 is this gorgeous shimmer. It's really, really pretty. Let's see if I can build it up a little bit. There you go. Really stunning. So we will remove that and we're going to spin again for number 3. Okay, number 3 is B. That's back on the neutral side again. And it is like a deeper brown here. This is turning out to maybe be like a neutral color story. Interesting. I thought I was going to be challenged with this one and it picked lots of different colors. Okay, so this is number 3. So a nice deeper dark brown. So we will remove that one as well and spin again for number 4. Come on, give me a color this time, please. Please. Mood point. No, it's another neutral one. Okay, so this one is here. So it is like a, I don't even know what kind of color, like a, it's not peachy. I don't know how to describe that color. See, it's like a brown, but not at the same time. Okay, so super neutral. So we're doing another neutral look today. I'm pretty sure the last palette bingo that I did a neutral look with you guys because it was like very neutral palette as well. pretty sure it was the last one. So it looks like my palette bingos are turning into neutral looks. Maybe it's challenging me because I always do coloured looks, so it's like, come on, time to do some neutral ones. Could be. Anyways, I'm going to quickly jump off camera. I'm going to have a think about what I'm going to do whilst I quickly do my brows and prime my eyelids, and I'll come back and we will create this look together. Okay, so I have done my brows off camera and I have primed my eyelids. I just used my Centre of Attention Cosmetics Light Beige Eye Primer, and I will just tap out any creases when I do my shadow. So we're going to jump into this look. As I said, we have 4 shades here. Very neutral look. Not what I was planning. I was hoping it was going to be a bit more challenging with some colours, but this is what the wheel spun, so we've got to deal with it. So let's jump into this look now. And I still haven't washed my brushes since I was last filming, so I am even lower now on brushes. Okay, so we're going to go into the first shade. So the first shade is Copper Boxes that I'm going to use, which we spun first as well. So I'm going to take some of that onto the brush, and this palette does have a lot of kickback because it is a pressed pigment palette, so it can get quite messy. So I'm not going to lift the palette up and show you, I'll just show you the colours on my hand. Just tap out any creases that are on my eyelid because I did prime my eyelids and then obviously just filmed a little bit, so do that. And I've got some on the brush, so I'm just going to take that on the outer corner like I normally do. I normally stick to the same sort of look because it suits my eye shape. Outer corner, and we'll go into the crease as well. And I'm going to pick up the pigment and just tap it down, and I'm not going to blend it out straight away. Tap it down first and then we will blend it out once we've got the pigment to the shade that we want. So just keep going in. I'm not picking too much up on the actual brush either because it is a pressed pigment palette. It is very, very pigmented and very messy, so I don't want to get it all over my face. I mean, I haven't done my base, so it's not terrible if I get it on my face right now, but ideally I would not have to, I would like to not have to like clean up lots of fallout. So I'm just going in and taking little bits at a time, and now I'm just going to blend it out, and I'm just going to do little circular motions just on the edge, just blending it up until I get it to where I want it. No harsh lines or anything. Sort of like blends into like another colour, so it makes it look like as though I've used multiple colours when I haven't. This is how you can get away with doing like a one shadow look, is just like blending it out, and it just diffuses that colour to make it look like a lighter version. So just like that. And then I'm going to do the same on the other eye as well. Okay, we're going to go into B, which is the darker brown here. And we're going to place that on the outer corner. So I'm just going to take it on the brush and tap it off. And we're just going to darken up this outer corner here. Just place the pigment down, and then we can blend it out afterwards. I've run out of all my small brushes, so this is awkward doing it with a brush that I don't normally use. Okay, so just deepening that up, and then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the brush that I just used on the other shade, and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit because it is darker. It's going to be fine. Just blending it out, so now you can see that I have a darker outer corner now. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Okay, and now so you can see that I've got a ton of fallout. I'm going to just take some of the eye primer that I use. I'm just going to slightly cut my crease a little. Sorry, the Centre of Attention Cosmetics primer. I'm just going to cut this first half. Just tapping it on lightly. doesn't need to be super precise or anything because I'll probably blend it out. I just want to be able to see the next colour because the palette is messy, so a lot of the brown had fallen out, so just like that. And I'm just going to tap it out with my sponge as well, just so I don't have lots of primer sitting there creasing and bunching up whilst I do the other eye. Okay, now that I've done the other eye as well, so now we're going to go in and we're going to go into Moo Point, which was, it's almost like a pinky brown. I think that's the best way to describe it. So this last shade, we're going to grab that on a brush and tap off any excess. I'm just going to make sure there's no creasing here because otherwise I'll be setting that down. And we're going to take that shade and we're going to basically place it wherever we pot that eye primer, or if you used concealer, like that. And then I'm just going to blend it out slightly, the edge here. And I may grab different blending brush, a bit more of a fluffy one so that I can actually blend it a little bit. And just blend these together like that. So we don't have a super harsh line. Okay, like that. Right, and then I'm going to do the same with the other eye. Okay, time for the shimmer. So we're going to swap to the colourful side and we're going to use Cafe Disco, the shimmer. So that was the second shade. And I'm just going to take it on my finger and I'm going to just tap it on that first half where we put Moo Point. So basically a Moo Point is just what you can see underneath the shimmer, making sure to blend it into a little bit of that darker brown as well. And I'll probably grab that brush again and just give it a quick whisker just to make it a bit more seamless, just like that. And then I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Okay, and so I've just cleaned up my under eyes now. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to jump off camera. I'm going to finish most of my makeup. I'm going to pop some lashes on. I'm going to use the Glam lashes in the style Velvet today, and do most of my base. And I will come back and I'll do the lower lash line, inner corners and brow bone with you. And we'll see how this look turns out. So far, I'm not really vibing with it. But I think it's because it's a neutral and I really like to be bright and weird and out there. Okay, I have popped my lashes on and definitely vibing with the look a bit more now. Still obviously not colourful, but that's the colour story we were dealt with. But I'm okay with it now that the lashes are on. I've done most of my base off of camera. I'm just baking a little bit, so we're going to go back into the palette. We're going to do the lower lash line and the brow bone now. So let me just grab a brush. Right, I think for the lower lash line, what we're going to do is we're going to go into, I think we'll go into copper boxes all over the lower lash line, and then we're going to go into B on the outer corner there, so deepen it on the outer corner. So first we'll go into copper boxes. We're going to place that all along the lower lash line. Oops, I keep touching my lash there. And make sure you're looking up, not like what I just did, because that's how you get it down lower. You want to look up so then you're not getting it lower than what you want. So just like that. I'll just quickly do the same on the other one. Okay, and then we're going to go into B, so the darker one. And we're just going to place that just on the outer part, the outer half there. So you see how it's like darker and then lighter? Right, just like that. So then it sort of matches the top there. So on the inner part, it's a bit lighter than the outer. And then we're going to go back into the shimmer and do the inner corner and the brow bone. So I'm going to wet my brush a little bit and swap over to the colourful side, and we're going to go back into Cafe Disco, the shimmer. Okay, and we're going to place that on the inner corner here. Just blend it out a little. Because it's wet, it looks a lot more pigmented than on the actual lid, because that is dry there. And then a little bit just on the brow bone, and I just like to blend that out with my finger. Just like that. Okay, and I'm just going to go off camera. I'm going to take the bake off and finish my base, and then I'll be back to show you what the finished look looks like. Okay, so this is the finished look. Let me zoom you in so you can see it up and close. So overall, I think it did actually work out quite nicely. Let me zoom you back out. So overall, I do feel like as though it did come together in the end. I definitely wasn't vibing with it at the start, but once I now have all the rest of my makeup on and I have my hair done, it definitely feels a lot better. I think it turned out quite nice. It was a very easy one to do though. Those 4 shades weren't very hard to work with. I was hoping for something a little bit more challenging, so I might have to up the ante next month when I do another palette bingo, and choose a palette that is going to be like super difficult, like lots and lots of colors. So yeah, we'll see what happens in next month's one, but this one turned out really nicely. I think the universe is just trying to challenge me with doing some neutral looks, because I'm always doing colourful looks, and it's like you need to get out of your comfort zone and do some neutral ones. Which I do neutral ones for like anything like serious, or like a wedding or somewhere that I need like more of a toned down look. I would do something like this. So it's not like as though I never do looks like this. It's just I prefer a colourful look over this. So this is how it turned out. Let me know down below what you think of it. But I hope you enjoyed today's palette bingo. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below, because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all, so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!